All right, thank you guys. Welcome to our NHL video here today for Tuesday, March 23rd. My name is Brock Page and I do sports picks for free right here on YouTube. And if you end up really enjoying today's video, please feel free to give it a thumbs up by smashing that like button. And if you haven't done so already, please feel free to hit that subscribe button as well. I'd greatly appreciate it. And with that, guys, we're going to go ahead and dive into some NHL action. Let's go ahead and start off with the Devils taking on the Flyers, 7 p.m. Eastern puck drop in South Philly. The Philadelphia Flyers are the $1.60 favorite on the money line, total 6 flat. The Devils are plus $1.40 for some money line cash. They're also minus $1.70 catching the goal and a half on the puck line. Mackenzie Blackwood slated in the net for the Devils. Carter Hart for the Flyers. Now, guys, real quick, we are 3-0 in our last 3 extra daily pick tier package plays on my Patreon website. And if you want to access today's extra daily pick, it's only going to cost you just $2.99. We're also hitting at 86% in our last 28 extra daily picks in that very same tier membership. And if you want to join the nearly 1,400 members who are currently signed up and active on that Patreon page, link for that site is in the description section below. Once again, that's patreon.com/BrockPage. Now, the Flyers are on a 2-game losing streak, just 3-7 straight up in their last 10. Now, Philly's gotten the W in just 7 of 15 home games, and they successfully cashed in on the puck line in just 6 of those 15 home games as well. Philly's in the bottom 3 in the league in goals allowed per contest. Carter Hart actually comes into this matchup with a .383 goals against average and an .875 save percentage. Now, they're taking on a Devils team who won 3 out of their last 4 themselves, and that includes a 2-1 victory over this very Philly club just a few days ago. The Devils are 7-3-2 in their contests on the road this season, and they successfully cashed in on the puck line in 75% of those road games. Miles Wood has 9 goals on the season, 4 assists, 13 total points. Meanwhile, Zacha and Hughes each have 7 goals apiece for the Devils as well. Jersey's in the top 10 in the league in road scoring, and they average 31 shots on goal a game when they travel as well. Now, total-wise, Jersey's 8-4 to the over away from home. Philly's 60% to the over at the Wells Fargo Center themselves. I'm going to lean toward the New Jersey Devils, plus 1.5. and the over 6 goals. Next matchup, it is going to be Panthers versus the Blackhawks, and that's going to be 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. The Florida Panthers are the $1.55 favorite, number 6 juice to the over. Sergei Bobrovsky's for the Panthers, Kevin Lankinen for Chicago. Now, the Chicago Blackhawks are dead last in the NHL in defensive shots on goal at home. They're actually allowing nearly 36 shots a goal a game at the United Center, giving their opponents plenty of opportunities. They're also in the bottom 10 in home goals allowed. Chicago's currently on a 4-game losing streak, and they also dropped 7 out of their last 9. Now, they're taking on a Panthers team who won 7 out of their last 10 themselves, and they currently lead the NHL in road scoring. The Panthers are currently 10-3-1 when they travel, and they're also averaging 32 offensive shots on goal a game. Alex Barkov leads the club in goals with 13 of them. Hornquist and Verhaeghe each have a dozen apiece as well. And as a matter of fact, when it comes to this roster here, Carter Verhaeghe is currently a plus 14. Now, the Panthers are also 16-6-2 when favored. Total-wise, Florida's 10-4 to the over on the road. Chicago's 8-3 to the over on their home ice. I'm going to lean toward the Florida Panthers minus $1.55 in the over 6 goals. Next matchup, Red Wings Predators, 8 p.m. Eastern start time. The Nashville Predators are minus $1.55. Total's 5.5 juice to the under. Pecorine for the Preds, Thomas Greiss for Detroit. Now, Greiss is just 2-12 in 14 starts, 343 goals against, 885 save percentage. The Red Wings have lost 6 out of their last 9, And they also picked up the loss in 11 out of 14 road games. Now, Detroit's in the bottom 3 in shots on goal, bottom 3 in road scoring. The Red Wings are averaging just 2.1 goals per contest when they travel. They're taking on a Nashville club who won 3 out of their last 4 contests themselves. And they rank in the top 10 in offensive shots on goal at home. Philip Forsberg has 11 goals along with 17 total assists. Meanwhile, center Calle Yarncroke has put it into the net 9 times along with 6 assists for 15 total points himself. Total-wise, 6 out of Nashville's last 10 contests got over the total of 5.5 goals. 6 out of Detroit's last 10 got over that number themselves. I'm going to lean toward the Nashville Predators minus 155 and the over 5.5. Next contest, it is going to be Lightning versus the Stars, 8:30 Eastern puck drop in Dallas. The Tampa Bay Lightning are minus $1.70, totals 5.5. Vasilevsky for Tampa, Hudobin for Dallas. Despite a good amount of losses for Anton Hudobin in the net this season, believe it or not, he still comes into this matchup with very good numbers. He's got a .248 goals against average, .909 save percentage. The Stars currently lead the NHL in defensive shots on goal at home, and they're allowing just 2.5 goals per contest at the American Airlines Center. They're taking on a Tampa squad who, despite a bunch of wins recently, they've really struggled to cash in on the puck line when they travel. Now, out of Tampa's 16 road games, they've successfully cashed in on just 6 puck line plays. They're also in the bottom half of the league defensively in first period goals allowed on the road. Now, Tampa's last 3 losses came against the likes of Nashville, Detroit, and Chicago, so they do have a tendency, to kind of take a night off against lower competition. Now, total-wise, 3 out of Tampa's last 4 outings did get over the total of 5.5 goals. 8 out of their last 10 also got over that number. The Lightning's officially 10-6 to the over in their games away from home. Meanwhile, on the other side of things, the Stars are 10-6 to the over on their home ice themselves. I'm actually going to lean toward the Dallas Stars plus 1.5 and the over 5.5 goals. And with that, guys, we're going to dive into our next and final matchup of the show. It is going to be Avalanche Coyotes, 10 p.m. Eastern start. The Colorado Avalanche are minus 260, totals 5.5. Johansson for the Avalanche, Aiden Hill for the Coyotes. Now, Hill's just 1-3 through 4 starts this season. Arizona's in the bottom 10 in home goals allowed. They've also been victorious in just 7 of 18 home games, and they also covered the puck line in just 38% of those home contests. Now, even offensively, these guys are ranking dead last in offensive shots on goal, and they average just 2.4 goals per contest. Now, they're taking on a very good Colorado team who's red hot right now themselves. They're currently on a 7-game heater, and they currently lead the NHL in offensive shots on goal. Mikko Rantanen has 18 total goals on the season, 18 assists, and a plus 15 when he's on a shift. Meanwhile, Kadri, Donskoy, and Saad each have double-digit goals apiece themselves. Now, when it comes to the scoring in this one, Colorado's last 4 straight all got over the total of 5.5 goals. Also, their projected netminder, Jonas Johansson, believe it or not, he's actually struggled significantly this season. So they're going to have to outscore Arizona to get the job done here. And speaking of the Coyotes, they're actually 12-6 to the over on their home ice themselves. So I'm going to go ahead and lean toward the Colorado Avalanche minus 1.5 and the over 5.5 goals. And with that, guys, we're going to dive into our quick pick recap. Once again, powered to you by my Patreon website. I like the Jersey Devils plus 1.5 over 6. Florida Panthers minus $1.55 over 6 goals. Nashville minus $1.55 over 5.5. Dallas plus 1.5 over 5.5 goals. And before I give you my next and final free pick for the show, one final reminder that we are 3-0 in our last 3 extra daily pick tier package plays on my Patreon website. We're also hitting at 86% in our last 28 premium sports picks in that very same tier membership. I like the Colorado Avalanche minus 1.5 and the over 5.5 goals. One final reminder here, guys, all the content on my YouTube channel is for entertainment purposes only. I don't make any guarantees of any kind. With that, guys, that is going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on Patreon. If you guys decide to get a package here today, just keep in mind we'll bill you the day you sign up and then the first of every month following that. But most importantly, guys, got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, happy Tuesday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.